So, Nasser, would you give a brief introduction about yourself, Nasser?
Hello, everyone. I'm Nasser. I'm going to be one of the judges for today's Moot Court competition. I'm in the management of the team debaters, and we have been preparing this competition so that you guys could show off your skills in both debating and MUN, but we try to do it in different style where we could give you the opportunity to research yourself, use evidence, work together in team. All those things will be assessed. And in our today's rubric, we go through many points, working in team, research, and also preparation pre-trial, which means the preparation you guys have been doing in the group chats before this, you will also be assessed based on that. If you have any questions before we start, please feel free to do that. But we have to start immediately because time is running out, and we also don't want to ruin the speech's time. As we say, you have a minimum of 5 minutes, and there's no maximum because it's a trial, basically. So you have the opportunity to speak as much as you can. You have to draft your papers because we also assess based on that. And I think that's everything.
So, thank you, Nasser. So, my name is Evan Xavier. I am part of the tech committee of the Team Debater. So, here in this Moot Court, the main things I am looking for are teamwork, leadership skills, and your persuasiveness. So, we hope that this Moot Court will help you refine your skills and help you get an idea of what happens in an actual trial, though we have taken some creative liberties with the participants. With the ROP. So, Shri, would you care to give us a small speech for our participants to inspire them?
Hi everyone, this is Shri here. I'm from Management Committee of OC, so that's Organizing Committee. I'm really excited to welcome you all to our Moot Court. We put our blood, sweat, and probably some tears into organizing this event, so we're very happy to see it come to fruition. It Basically, this is a space where the pursuit of law meets passion for excellence, right? So today's more than just a competition, it's an exercise in things like your critical thinking, advocacy, and resilience. So we really hope you have a great time here, right? It's not simply about who's able to go ahead and quote the most statutes or sound the most confident. It's about those who are able to think deeply, argue ethically, and advocate meaningfully for their case, right? It gives you this opportunity to go ahead and sharpen these skills in a very unique format that actually translates into real world experiences. It's personally helped me think on my feet, to argue with reason and compassion, and listen, not just to respond, but also to understand the other person's arguments, right? It's very important to always remember that law isn't just a book that collects dust, or it's not just a cold set of rules, but it's a living force that goes ahead and shapes things like societies and futures. And in today's multidisciplinary world, it becomes increasingly more important to go ahead and understand what really shapes our societies, right? On the end of the team debater, we're really happy to have you guys here. I'm sure all of you are familiar with our organization, but we really hope to go ahead and foster analytical thinking, effective communication, and a deep understanding of the world's complexities. And we felt like this event would be the perfect way to go ahead and do that. We think that teenagers actively have to go ahead and lead, question, and shape conversations that they're part of. And we think that this event directly goes ahead and correlates with that. So just remember, every argument that you present today, every objection that you raise, and every question that you're going to answer is a part of the bigger journey. Even if you are not perfect today, that doesn't matter. It's about the growth at the end of the day. Because great advocates at the end of the day aren't those who will never falter or never stutter, right? They're the ones who rise stronger after each and every case, each and every challenge. And we always need to remember that, especially as students, right? So as we're going to go ahead and begin the event that I'm sure all of you guys are excited for, just wanted to make sure that you remember you have to speak with conviction, you have to believe in your case before others do, and argue with integrity and debate with the understanding that your voice has potential to change narratives, laws, and even life, not just in a simulation like today, but also in the real world. So we hope to drive that kind of social change through this event, right? Thank you so much for attending, and we're very happy to have you guys here.
So, thank you, Shri, for your inspiring words. So, are you ready to start the court? No responses, nobody is ready. Somebody has to be ready.
That's good that you guys are ready. So I think we could just begin in a couple of minutes. Yeah.
There. Okay, so all rise for the honorable bench consisting of the judges Evan Xavier and Nasser R. You may be seated. So we are here today to convict or acquit the accused for the crimes of revealing the revealing the CBE board examination papers. Does the defense plead guilty or not guilty?
The defense pleads not guilty.
Great. In consideration of that, we would go through proper trial format. Can everyone see my screen? Can everyone see my screen?
No.
No, we can't see anything so far.
Now,
No, yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
so firstly, we will have one member of the defense going through the defendant's side of the case. May I know who that is? Hello? Anybody? Anybody? Anybody?
If you guys
So
have an
no-
issue with the microphone, then tell us, because I think everybody has access to opening the microphone, right?
Yeah. So nobody wants to plead the case of the defendant, not even the counsel for the defense.
I'll plead it.
Right. So,
So,
Prashanu Vishwanantha, you have five you have 5 minutes to go through your side of the story. The time starts now. Hello, counselor.
Yes. On Ladies and gentlemen of the court, today we are here to determine the fate of Aryan Mehta. We are here to answer a far greater question. Are we willing to destroy a young future based on only fear and assumption? Yes, Aryan Mehta forwarded a leaked paper. But where is that prosecution's proof that he had hacked it? I would like to ask the prosecution to submit those proofs as well. I'm asking this court before us, just because a person can cook, do we immediately intertwine that he has poisoned the food? Here the prosecution is using sentences like Aryan was good with computers, to that Aryan knows how to hack, to Aryan hacked those CBA documents. Two whistleblowers right now have came out and directly said that anyone with nominal technical knowledge could have easily compromised the system and taken out the papers from the portal. Teachers According to the cyber cell report, a tech intern had traced Aryan's IP addresses and magically decided that it was he who hacked the system. It might be him who had forwarded the leaked papers at once, but it's not him who had hacked it, because there's absolutely no proof to regard this as good evidence. Even when the tech team was informed of the CBA board, I would like to ask why there were not immediate changes made to the system to prevent the unauthorized logins from multiple locations. And according to the cyber cell report, it says clearly there were unauthorized logins from multiple locations, not one locations. Also, during according to the evidence also presented to us, there's a little bit of a problems in the dates. The paper he received were forwarded on March 2024.
Time's
And
up.
okay,
Please make your final statement.
I would like to make the final statement is that we cannot hold a person guilty based on pure assumption. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you. The bench accepts that statement from the defense. Sir, I just have to do some work. I'm stopping sharing. Nasser will share his screen now. We will start with prosecution statements.
I don't necessarily think I need to share the screen, but we'll do the same thing we applied with the defense team. We'll apply with the prosecution team. I think prosecution team should go by now. You can start your first course.
I'll be giving the first statement.
Course.
Will you be sharing the timer on the screen?
You want it, Chad? I think I can try. I'll have to leave soon, but then for this speech, I think I should be able to.
No, if you're unable to share, it's all right. I can set my own timer at it.
Sure. Yeah, I think that would be for the better.
Bench,
Alright, so can I start?
yeah, you can.
Your Honor, esteemed members of the jury, today you will hear only the truth. We, representative of the state, are here because Aryan Mehta chose to break the law and he must be held accountable for his fraudulent actions. Justice in the form of 1.2 million students demands your careful attention. Prosecution would respectfully submit that the case at bar is not only a violation of examination protocol, but a serious and intentional crime of cybercrime that has betrayed the integrity of our country's educational system. The accused Mr. Mehta, a 19-year-old college student and ex-Central Board of Education CBE candidate, has been found to be the main person behind the unauthorized possession and mass distribution of leaked board examination papers through a Telegram group that he had formed called the Exam Warriors. I'll be starting with my evidence. First of all, copies of the leaked exam paper screenshots, chat history, IP address logs, and device records of Mr. Mehta's own devices, which is that his laptop and mobile phone, were taken into possession by investigators. The devices, according to the report, contained copied versions of the leaked documents, metadata representing the access and sharing timestamp, and apparent digital footprints associating Mr. Mehta with the Telegram group of Exam Warriors. Telegram group Exam Warriors, which was exclusively owned by Mr. Mehta, was observed to be the first known group on which the leaked documents were found. Admin logs and group chats log verify that Mr. Mehta is the group owner as well as the main administrator. Some of the group members have testified that Mr. Mehta had distributed the exam papers before the exam time. Additionally, witness testimonies confirm that Mr. Mehta's technical expertise, confirm about Mr. Mehta's technical expertise and hacking expertise. Even though Mr. Mehta insisted that he received the documents from a mysterious source, he has yet to provide tangible or traceable evidence to substantiate his allegations. There was no web trace or data hinting that any other source as the lead point. Now, I'll be starting with what the legal offenses, legislation offenses. First of all, Section 66 of the IT Act of 2000, it encapsulates illegal hacking and unauthorized access to the computer system. The activities of Mr. Mehta amount to offenses because he illegally hacked and obtained secured digital data. Section 42 of the IPC refers to cheating and fraud inducement, since it is relevant that Mr. Mehta cheated pupils and circulated illegal exam material. Section 120B of the IPC refers to criminal conspiracy, since the leak was conspired in a group fashion and widely circulated. Despite the defense attempts to minimize the culpability of Mr. Mehta, certain weaknesses and loopholes in their arguments have been found by us. First of all, the anonymous source defense claim. The main defense is that Mr. Mehta never started the leak, but was provided with the documents by an anonymous source. This defense, however, still has no basis because there is no cyber trail and no third party who has been identified. From a legal standpoint, this is a non-verifiable and non-credible defense, especially if no evidence is being presented. The defense can also argue that Mr. Mehta never had access to the internal servers or the official exam sources. The prosecution has, however, countered this challenge with overwhelming evidence of technical capability of Mr. Mehta. His past experience as a student of CBE with knowledge of system vulnerabilities and websites in the internet make him best suited to exploit such data breaches. With that point, I would like to move on to my conclusion. In the light of the fact uncovered, legal transgressions committed, and the moral and social repercussions of Mr. Mehta's actions, the prosecution's charges are not only justified, must be justified in the interest of the dignity of India's judiciary and educational system. The extent of intrusion committed and lax attitude will provide a precedent for all kinds of online misbehavior in the future.
Thank you for your speech, Nyari. And after that, we move to the second speech of the defense team. Defense team, please let me know who's going to be the second speaker. Defense team.
No,
I'll go again.
just confirming you want to go twice, right?
Oh, you'll be the second speaker. Again.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Quick reminder to everyone, failure to speak probably means that we will have to demark a little bit, so we highly encourage all participants to go ahead and speak. But yeah, on to you.
But this will definitely affect your marking, of course, because we are assessing every single person in here.
I
You
just
can go.
wanted to ask the chair that the time limit for our speeches is minimum 5 minutes and maximum we can go up to 15 to 20 minutes. Is that right?
So for opening speeches, there is a time limit. I've just clarified with organizing committee. So for opening speeches, there's a time limit of 5 minutes. Post which, for your normal speeches or like the speeches that you'll be giving, post this, that you should be able to extend it to a reasonable amount. That doesn't mean you can speak for 30 minutes. Maybe a maximum of 15 to 20 should be reasonable at best.
Can the difference be?
Whenever you're ready.
Your Honor, today I do not stand here to wave fairy tales. I stand here to unravel the truth with evidence and with affidavits, with clarity of cold hard facts. Aryan Mehta, the young man sitting before you today, is not a criminal. He's a scapegoat caught in a storm of a situation he neither caused nor encouraged. Let's talk proof, not paranoia. First, forensic reports. We have an evidence under Exhibit A, the independent forensic audit by Rajat Khanna, certified cyber assessor, under oath, and his affidavit dated 12th April, Raj states. RN Mehta's devices were scanned for malware, breach tools, unauthorized server access logs, and traces of password cracking software. No evidence was found of hacking, distribution, or tampering with secure networks. This is in a feeling, this is in a guess, this is certified, signed, and so on forensic conclusion. Aryan did not hack anything. Second, witness affidavits. Under affidavit B, signed by fellow student Nikhil Sharma, Nikhil clearly states that Aryan received the large leaked material via a large unsanctioned group chat created and populated by students from various institutions. At no point did Aryan ask for the papers. He did not pay for them. He did not encourage their spread. He was simply a receiver, not a distributor. We have more. Affidavit C, sworn by Aryan's teacher, Miss Revati Desai, confirms that Aryan has no prior history of disciplinary action and was previously nominated for Student Integrity Award last academic year. What does that tell us, Your Honor? It tells us character, it tells us credibility. Third, the chain of events, timeline evidence. The Cybercrime Division timeline analysis report, Exhibit B, proves that the leak began 2 whole days before Aryan even received the file. Aryan device logs show he opened the paper after thousands of other students had already seen it. In the world of law, there's something we call causation, and here causation is missing. Aryan did not cause the leak, he did not spread the leak, he received it a tainted fruit, he did not plant the poison tree. Fourth, intent matters. Your Honor, we must remember, law does not punish mistakes the way it punishes malice. Aryan did not have the mansiyah, the guilty mind. The law requires for conviction on charges of cybercrime or academic misconduct at being level alleged. He did not intend to cheat, he did not intend to profit, he did not intend to harm. Mistake, yes. Malicious intent, absolutely not. And justice demands we recognize the difference. We live in a time where digital information moves faster than thought. Teenagers is in a whirlwind of group chats, forwarded file, viral screenshots. To blame Aryan for a crime of an entire ecosystem failure is not only unfair, it's legally unsustainable. We have to recognize how easy it is for a student to be swept into a current they did not create, especially when that current was long raging before he ever stepped. Conclusion: Aryan deserves mercy, not punishment. Your Honor, judiciary is not the sword of punishment, it's also the shield of the innocent. Aryan stands today not as a villain, but as a victim of circumstance. A student who made a bad call, but whose heart, whose history, whose actions show no trace of malice. On behalf of Aryan Mehta, I humbly and strongly request his acquittal. Let us not ruin a young life for an error he neither birthed nor propagated. Let us remember that the spirit of justice is not vengeance. It is fairness, it's mercy, it's wisdom. And today, wisdom demands we set Aryan Mehta free. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yvonne, can you?
Yeah, so thank you. So I request the prosecution and defense to decide one team captain so that I may tell the witnesses to contact them and you can train them.
Of course.
Counselors,
Guys, we can give you a maximum of 2 minutes. You can discuss in WhatsApp if you want. Quickly tell us who your choices because we're running on a slightly tight schedule.
Could you
Thank you.
repeat what you just said?
we would like a head counselor so that we can tell the witnesses to contact that head counselor and you can train them.
Okay.
By the way, witnesses won't automatically be called upon. You have to ask them to join at a time you feel fit in the format of the the counsel of the dash request to call upon the witness dash. Got it? So you have 2 minutes.
6:42 sharp, we'll be asking you for your nominees. So both teams, please just be ready. You may chat on WhatsApp. Your call.
And guys, please decide who's gonna be the third speaker of each team or the second one of each team, because we have to like pick up the pace. We don't want to face the same problem again.
And Chinmay, could you move into the room called logistics?
Yeah, I did not understand you. Can you move where? Can I move?
Move into the breakout room called logistics.
Okay, 1 minute. I don't see it anywhere.
Did I?
Now,
Yeah. Now you can see on the corner. There's a breakout room you can join.
Okay, on the Zoom. I thought it was on the WhatsApp.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
just
I've
assigned
joined.
them to the
you've
breakout room,
joined.
so they should be able to come.
So that you can discuss.
Alright, guys, you have about 30 seconds left. You can just let Nessa know who your nominees are. So, yeah, happy discussing, I guys. Also, team prosecution. I think Samyak Rajpal, I'm sorry for butchering anyone's names, just texted me saying they won't be able to make it due to an emergency. So you can just shift your case accordingly or do whatever you have to do. Alright, guys, your deliberation time is up. Sorry for that, we're running on an extremely tight schedule. So, could I just call upon defense to let everyone know who your team leader or representative is going to be?
The team leader or representative is from my side is Krishanu. Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Okay, noted. Prosecution? Also, just to address an anonymous person's doubt, yes, you can cross-examine the witness. I'm not exactly sure of the logistics, so when Evan comes back, you can definitely ask them since they were the ones who organized the entire event. But yes, cross-examination will be a thing. All right, prosecution. Can I have you guys typed it in the chat? No. Can I just know who your nominee is? Niyati, Atar, anyone? Swara, Chinmay. Who did you guys decide on?
I've been given extra 20 minutes by Evan to for my draft to be ready.
Sorry?
I said
Oh,
that Evan has given me extra 20 minutes to draft my case.
no, we're not asking for case. We're asking for team representatives. So one person with whom the witnesses can go ahead and
I might
directly
not be the best
contact.
person. I might may not be the best person.
Yeah, you guys have the WhatsApp chat, right? So if you could just spend one more minute and figure that out and let us know, so we can directly send their contacts or send some way to for you guys to go ahead and contact them for a very smooth process.
We have decided that Niyati will be the representative.
All right, perfect. So just to recap, Krishnanu will be the representative for defense and Niyati will be the representative for prosecution, right?
Great.
Yes.
So both the head counselors DM me. I will guide you to your respective witnesses. Okay, so we move on to, by the way, just a reminder, your team's case notes are due at 7.
Guys, we
Um,
can't extend above 7 o'clock, so please make sure that you utilize your break time to go ahead and finish that.
Yeah, and many people's individual case notes have not been submitted. If you do not submit your case notes, you will not be eligible for awards.
Okay, I just wanted to ask, Char, is my case note submitted at your email address that you gave in the chat and in the WhatsApp group? I just emailed
Yes,
you
it
like,
has come.
okay, it's from Jayantalawit's side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Also, a reminder to everyone, turning on your camera at this event is mandatory. Even if you're not able to go ahead and change your background, turning on your camera is mandatory, counts for points, counts for engagement, and we highly request that you guys go ahead and do that. Thankfully, everyone's renamed. I think a vast majority of renamed, so good job on that. Please just turn on your cameras.
It's just that we have some points here for etiquette and professionalism.
If you guys have a genuine reason, please DM one of us. We will check the validity of that claim and then thereby allow you to keep your camera off. Note that generic excuses, unless you go ahead and flush them out properly, won't count.
Ma'am, can you give the email ID again in the chat, please?
Yep, I've just done that. Let me know if you're not able to see it. I'll privately message it via Zoom to you.
Yeah, can you message it in WhatsApp, please? So it will be easier for me to operate in your laptop.
Okay, that should be done.
Yeah, thank you.
Also, Suhani from defense and Nivan from defense. Sorry if I'm butchering people's names. I tend to do that a lot. Can you guys turn on your cameras if possible? It counts for marks, it counts for engagement and professionalism, and we'd love to see you guys.
I just turn off my camera for like 2 minutes. I have to go somewhere.
Yeah, no worries. 2 minutes to 5 minutes is fine. Please just don't keep it
Yeah,
turned
I'll
off
turn my
always.
camera back on. I have to get something. Thank you.
So just a clarification, your case notes are different from your actual speech. Your case notes are a written document, therefore your speech does not count as a case note.
can we continue?
we can make 2 more minutes because I think all of them are still
There
caught
are
up.
a bit of confusions.
Yeah, we could just wait 2 more minutes. In the meantime, if you could just clarify those, I think that'd be really helpful for everyone. Also, guys, just for everyone's reference, I am once again dropping the case note format in Zoom, and I'll also put that in the WhatsApp main group. Please ensure that you stick to this format since there are marks for those too. Yep,
Now,
yeah.
know who's gonna give the speech for the prosecution, just so that we can note down before you even start.
I will be.
Okay,
The
so defense and prosecution, please send on the participants group your speaking order. It should be done now itself so that we can respectively call upon and there are no confusions and fights. All those who have spoken on and all those who are going to speak.
yeah, they have sent.
Have both teams trained their witnesses to a decent extent? If you both are ready, then just like verbalize and then we can probably continue. If that's a question, you can go ahead.
What are we actually supposed to do if the witness is not responding to our messages?
Uh, can you just privately message on Zoom which witness that is, and I will pass
Yeah,
you.
yeah, 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 sure, sure.
There will be a new evidence. There will be a new evidence drop at 7 o'clock. You are expected from then to consider that in all your speeches.
Yeah, we always have some surprises for you guys.
Defense, you could just drop the witness to me, or let me try getting in contact with them also.
Excuse me, one of the witnesses isn't replying to me.
You could drop their name to me. I will try and get in
No,
touch.
I don't know the name either because like I just got the phone number.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
like I don't
you
know.
could send their phone number to me. Let
Yeah,
me
sure.
try.
Those who have just joined, please edit your name to clarify whether you're in the defense team or in the prosecution team, so that we can tell.
If you're a witness or part of logistics committee, please also rename yourself so we're able to distinguish between you guys. Defensive prosecution, were you able to get in touch with your witness who was not responding?
No.
Yeah, just send that number to me. You can either do that via Zoom or if you would prefer to contact me on WhatsApp.
No, they replied. Sorry.
Okay. Witnesses and logistics committee, please just rename yourself with your pertinent role for your name so we're able to distinguish and easily find you guys in the case that we need you. Also, I'm not sure if they privately messaged this, but I think we're still waiting on the speaker order from defense. So if you guys could also just figure that out and drop that in the chat, that'd be amazing. If I'm wrong and you guys have privately DM'd it, ignore this. Right, you can let us know once you're done contacting the other witness due to delays from our end. So once
One
you
of
guys are
our
ready.
witnesses has a bit of network issues. You can contact him in around 10-15 minutes. Daksh Single, his name is. The number is 95182 75123. Last three digits are 123. He will not be available for 15 minutes. So until then, we will hold off the actual witnesses so that it's fair.
In the meantime, please finish your case notes. It's incredibly important to submit those on time.
Just a confirmation, the witnesses are supposed to give their statement when we ask them to, right? Like if we ask them that I would call upon this witness.
And then if you're speaking to the meeting, then we can't hear you.
The whole format will be that first the witness gives their statement of what's in the affidavit, then prosecution will question them, and finally defense will cross-examine. Do you understand that?
Could you repeat that again, please?
Statement, prosecution, defense.
So the statement has to be given by the defense
No, no,
victim first.
statement by the witness based on what affidavit they've submitted, right? So we sent you guys a bunch of documents. So whichever witness you're calling upon, they will give a statement largely derivative of that affidavit.
I'll
So here's your new evidence. Note this down carefully. In a surprise plot twist, the media has released a video of an informal interrogation held by the police, which shows that they have used force to make Aryan write that confession note, which was sent to the bench's desk. Take
Um,
2 minutes to decide how you will handle this.
could you also send this in the chat and the WhatsApp group, please, sir?
We will do that. Give us a couple of minutes to just type it out. In the meantime, logistics committee, please rename, follow like your role and then your name, please, so we can find you guys easily when necessary. Also, apologies for being a tape recorder here, but please also drop your speaking orders in the chat. It's incredibly important for us to take proper notes of your cases, your arguments, the points that you raise, etc. Because in the absence of that, there is a chance that we might miss someone, and we don't want that from our end, and I'm sure you guys don't want that from your end either.
Okay, so time's up for the team case note. It should be in my email by 7:05.
And we will not be extending post that since the event in and of itself ends at 9 p.m. and we do need time to go ahead and review that since everyone is busy. So in the case that you don't send it by 7:05 at the maximum, we will have to go ahead and demarcate you guys. You guys will not be eligible for any sort of awards, and your entire team score as a whole will go down in the case that we don't get your team case notes. So please submit it within the next 3 minutes.
Okay, and there are currently only 7 individual case notes in my inbox. I expect the individual case notes to be sent by that time, by the same deadline. Okay, so we will be resuming speeches by 7:05. We will be moving into a special speaking list, which will address the new evidence and decide how to deal with the policemen who have performed this deed.
Uh, I wanted to ask that I send you the individual case notes, but is there like there's a problem while sending? I sent you 5 minutes ago. Just wait. I will send you.
If you're
Okay.
not able to send it via email, for this particular case, we can make an exception and receive it by WhatsApp. You have my WhatsApp number, so you can go ahead and forward the document, and I'll send the same to the concerned.
Okay, thank you.
Alright, guys, literally last 10 seconds to send your case notes. If you aren't sending it within the next 2 seconds, actually, we will have to go ahead and consider you ineligible for awards.
I'm just compiling all the case notes. Could our team have like 1 extra minute?
Okay,
That
so
is
7:06, maximum 7:06.
yeah, sure.
We will
Yeah,
not
done.
be extending.
Um, did you understand that the team case note is not a compilation of everybody's case notes, but a
Um, I
completely separate one?
I want to ask the chair that has the chair received? Okay, sorry for interruption.
Please use the proper semantics.
Anyone who's watched any sort of legal drama, it's your honor. Spoiler alert.
Chinmay, that your case note is definitely not 1,000 words.
Guys, we aren't expecting on the dot 1,000 words, so please at least make it a minimum of 900 or a maximum of 1,100. Anything above or below will have to be demarcated by virtue of not following the four simple instructions that we gave. And the reason is this is supposed to be a simulation of how exactly a court happens. So we can be lenient on you guys here, but then in the real world, that's not going to happen, right? So we want to make sure that you're ready for that kind of situation, which is why we're putting all of this pressure on you. So please don't take it in a harsh way, but we really just want you guys to go ahead and improve your skills, right? That also includes time management and timely submission of sorts. Defense representative, you texted me for the witness. I'm not sure what exactly you mean. Could you just clarify? It's fine if you ask it here. It's probably faster this way.
Yeah, I would like to ask, can we call upon the accused here as a witness?
Yes, but first wait until 7:30 and properly train your witnesses. 7:02, I have received a message from one of the witnesses saying that both of the sides haven't prepared anything and they just want you to go along with the questions. So train your witnesses properly. You get them ready for cross examination. This you have to do in an actual trial. You don't just send out your witness asking them your questions and pray and hope for the best.
Yeah, guys.
From 7:30 we will allow the calling up of witnesses. But to answer your question, yes, you can call the defendant as the witness.
Guys, even if you don't know what exact questions the other side is going to ask, you know the general line of argumentation. So train your witnesses to give the proper answer for that.
We will continue the session to discuss the thing that's happening. Okay, what are we doing to discuss the new evidence that has come to light? I expect all case notes, including the team, to be in my email by 7:15. Break is done. We will be doing a third table of 5 minutes each. That means everybody will have to speak from defense, prosecution, defense, prosecution. Did we conduct a roll call?
No, we did not. We can do that right now. Let me just
Yeah.
pull up the sheets. All right,
Wait,
so
I'll do it here.
yeah,
You
here.
see my screen? So, counselor for the defense, Jayant, are you in this trial?
Yes, I am present in this trial.
That has been noted. Counselor for the defense, Krishanu, are you in this trial?
Your Honor, I'm present in the trial.
That has been noted. Counselor for the defense, Nivan, are you in this trial?
Yeah.
Calling once, calling twice, calling thrice. It has been noted that Nivan is absent. Counselor for the defense, Suhani, are you present in this trial? Calling once, calling twice, calling thrice. It has been noted that Suhani is absent.
They're in the meeting, but they're not responding. So let me try and get in touch with them.
I guys, maybe you should check in the group chat, try to send messages to each other so that you can get them to attend the meeting.
I will mark them absent for now until they're actually informed that they can speak, because it's not just the ability to be in the meeting, it's to speak. Counselor for the defense, Trisha, are you present in this trial? Calling once, calling twice, calling thrice. It has been noted that Counselor for the defense, Trisha, is absent. Counselor for the defense, Counselor for the defense, Yathartha, are you present in this trial? Calling once, calling twice, calling thrice. It has been noted that they are absent. Counselor for the prosecution, Atharv, are you present?
Yeah, I am present.
It has been noted. Counselor for the prosecution, Chinmay, are you present? Counselor for the prosecution, Chinmay, are you present in
Present,
this
present,
trial?
present.
It
Yeah,
has
he
been
is.
noted. Counselor for the prosecution, Ditya, are you present? Calling once,
Uh,
calling twice.
they're
Yes.
currently out of station, so they said that their network is pretty choppy, but I think they do plan to speak to some extent and have contributed based on my memory.
Who is this?
Uh, Ditya, I think. I'm not
Ditya,
sure.
then I will mark her present for now. But she is just messaged there's an emergency and she needs to leave. It has been noted she is absent. Counselor for the prosecution, Niyati, are you present?
I'm here, yes.
Okay. It is noted. Counselor for the prosecution, Samyak, are you present?
He had an emergency, so he couldn't come.
Samyak is absent. It has been noted. Counselor for the prosecution, Samyak, are you present? I mean, Swara, are you present?
Yes, I'm present.
It has been noted. By this, a roll call is done. Okay, I have received the prosecution's case note. I would like the defense, you have 1 more minute.
We have submitted our case note. Please check.
Okay, um, wait, thank you. First, we will start with defense Jayant, prosecution Atharv, defense Krishanu, prosecution Chinmay, prosecution Yati, prosecution Swara. Does anybody want to move to defense?
Uh,
Does
I'm
anybody?
already done with my speech.
No, this is study table on the new evidence.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I like to go again if that's okay with the jury.
You would like to, who would like to go to defense side, because we've got only two prosecution, I mean defense.
I can go for on the table.
Your Honor, I would
Mhm.
be able to go again.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So we
Um,
have less number of defense. Two against 4 is not fair. We would like one person to move to defense side so it's an even match.
I
Or if
can
it,
do
or if
required.
you guys to contact those who are not available right now, if it's possible to do that immediately, just so that we can start. If it's possible, then do it.
Yeah. So you decide
No.
that. You have 2
Yeah.
minutes to decide that. The speeches are coming now. First is Jayant. You will be giving your speech on the new evidence. Your time starts now.
Okay, my honor. Allow me to walk you through once more the simple, undeniable truths of this case. First, there is no direct evidence that Aryan Mehta had stole or breached any system. Second, the so-called confession was not given voluntarily. It was extracted through illegal force, as exposed by the media's secret video. Third, the real leaker confessed. A person identified as R admitted planning and executing the leak, confirming that Aryan merely forwarded unknowingly. Fourth, the CVE portal itself was vulnerable. Thank you.
Okay. So then, thank you, Jayant. Prosecution Atharv, please. Prosecution Atharv, please make your speech.
I was not able to see the new evidence for a minute. I'm really sorry.
Okay, so then, Atharv, move. I will move you after after Krishanu. Krishanu, are you ready to
Uh,
speak?
Yes, Your Honor.
where is the evidence for a minute? Where is the evidence?
On the group.
Uh, Group is not working. Just a minute. I will see.
Krishanu, your
Thank you, Your
time
Honor.
starts now.
Your Honor, I bring to your urgent attention a revelation that shakes the very foundation of this case. The confession obtained from Aryan Mehta was extracted under police coercion. It is now documented that force, physical and mental, was used to pressure a minor into confessing into a crime he did not commit. This is not just a procedural error; it's a violation of fundamental rights. A confession made under threat, intimidation, or harm is legally inadmissible and morally repugnant to any court that stands for justice. Without that Without that coerced confession, the prosecution's case collapses like a house of cards in a thunderstorm. There is no solid forensic evidence, no direct proof, and no clear motive linking Aryan to the original hacking. Today, this courtroom faces a choice: validate injustice by ignoring this abuse, or uphold the principles of fairness and rule of law. The defense demands that the coerced confession be struck down immediately and Aryan be acquitted of these wrongful charges. Thank you.
Thank you. Atharv, your time starts now.
As we can see as we can see the informal interrogation of the Aryan Mehta, it clearly symbolized that he is the real culprit here, that he is the one who leaked it. Because as we can say that in the video, he is clearly admit in the video he clearly admits that he is the leaker. And as per my opponent defenses said that it is not formally, or it is done by putting pressure on the Aryan. I would like to say that whatever it could maybe, but we that gives us that uh, the evidence that the Aryan himself is the culprit.
Thank you. Chinmay,
Am I
Time
audible?
starts.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Time starts now.
Good evening, Your Honor. It is found that the student Aryan has a pendrive exam sub.zip as here. He may have used someone to collect a paper and has sent it to him. That someone might be a friend and he has deleted the contact and has sent a screenshot. And also one of his fellow has sent a screenshot that he, Aryan Mehta, has shared in this fellow classmate group. A portal with a full information of user name and password is clearly visible, meaning either the teacher has
Chinmay,
forwarded.
this isn't your regular speech. You are supposed to make a speech on the new evidence that has come up.
I'll, I'll do it again.
Three, two, one.
After someone.
I think he will do his speech after Swar.
Okay.
Swara,
So
you can.
then,
Actually, I can
Niyati,
agree that this would not be the regular speech.
time starts now.
So I think I've been shifted to the other side because they had less.
Okay. Then I'll change your name later.
Yeah,
Just make
but
a
my
speech.
speech is ready. Do you want me to start now?
Yes.
Alright, so I'll start in 3 and 1. Your Honor, the leaked video confirming that Aryan's confession was extracted through force and intimidation constitutes a grave constitutional violation under Article 21, right to life and personal liberty. No individual may be deprived of liberty except by due process. Beating or forcing out a confession out of a student is a violation of this right. Indian Evidence Act, Section 24 also states that any confession obtained through threat, inducement, a threat or inducement is inadmissible. This renders the prosecution centerpiece confession null and void. Any evidence which has been derived as a consequence must be questioned. If Aryan was forced to write the confession, any further discoveries or digital linkages found as a result may be considered a fruit of a poison tree, which is inadmissible until and unless they have been independently discovered. In the existence of this secret informal interrogation without counsel or legal processes, this undermines the legitimacy of the entire investigation. If investigators are resorting to
Time's
illegal
up. Last statement.
if investigators are resorted to illegal tactics, how can the rest of their evidence be trusted? With this point, I would like to conclude my speech.
Thank you.
Swara.
Yes,
Swara, are you ready?
yes.
Okay then. Time starts now.
The video's authenticity is unverified and cannot determine Aryan's formal confession, which was recorded properly and matches independent evidence. So even if force was alleged, the confession's consistency proves it was voluntary. Media leaks are not substitutes for court procedure, therefore the confession remains valid and fully admissible. Lastly, it is critical to note that allegations of police misconduct should be addressed through proper legal channels and not used to distract from the overwhelming evidence against the accused. Thus, the prosecution maintains that Aryan's confession stands as a valid and admissible piece of evidence.
Okay. Chinmay. He has network issues. Okay, so since Niyati is moving to the other side and defected, I'm removing you from the prosecution group and adding you to the defense group. And Sarah, were you did you register on the form because I haven't registered your name? on my MUN, or even it's not even on the allocations.
I registered on the MUN site, and I thought that was a MUN meeting, but then I received the evidence and the case, and so I decided to prep like it was a MUN meeting without so much talking.
But your name isn't here.
It should be on the MUN site. You guys even
Did you just send a confirmation?
yeah, I sent an email confirming I will be there, but no one.
Okay,
I
then.
think prepared for either of the sides, she can join them in the speeches. She's only prepared. And I have added you to the group. I think I sent you the link to the group chat, right?
Yes, thank you.
Have you joined that?
Yes.
If you are
So
prepared, share what you have prepared with the others, and you can join them with the speeches. We'll count that, no problem. As long as you are prepared. Is Chinmay gonna give his speech or?
Chinmay? Chinmay, can you hear us? Chinmay, can you hear us? Since Chinmay is not responding, we will move on back to our speeches. Okay.
According to the list that you guys have provided, Ditya is supposed to give the speech for the prosecution. Is Ditya available?
No, she has left. Who is the next on the list? And one person has asked me, saying, when will we be allowed to speak for the 15-minute speech that we have prepared? And please don't keep that 15-minute speech. We only have till 9 o'clock for this. Understand? So, who's next on the list?
I think so. After Divya, there would be me. I think so.
Okay. So your time starts now.
Your Honor, today we stand at a crucial junction between technical talent, use for progress, and technical ability misuse for personal advantage. The case before this court is simple: a national level examination paper leak, one of the biggest in the recent years, also affecting over 1.2 million students across the country. A crime that shook the trust of students, teachers, and also the education system. And the center of the betrayal stands the accused, Mr. Aryan Mehta. Let's begin with the undeniable fact. Mr. Mehta is highly skilled in computer sciences and also hacking, a fact that is given by Joy Sharma, a witness. Mr. Mehta is the administrator of the Telegram group called as Exam Warriors. This is where the first leak was circulated. He received the exam papers and without even thinking about a second thought, without even reporting it, he spread it out, he forwarded it to his friends before just an hour before, just some hours before exam. There is no evidence that this account was hacked or even the devices were uh, like stolen or something like that. It was not. And crucially, the first digital footprint of this leak starts with Aryan's mobile phone. Your Honor, this is not a coincidence. We must ask ourselves, why did the unknown number only message Aryan, not any random person? Why did Aryan, a knowledgeable and intelligent student, didn't think twice before alerting the authorities about it if he knew it was a hoax? Why has he so quick to forward such kind of things, even if in the message, in the screenshot, we can say there was no one saying that you should forward it. It was just sent to you. And the answer is clear. Because Aryan Mehra was not the victim of these consequences and circumstances. He was a deliberate actor who seized the opportunity by seeing the weakness in the CBE system. Now about the opportunity. Respected teacher Abhijit Singh testifies that the CBE portal was suffering from multiple unauthorized login attempts and security vulnerabilities all before the leak occurred. Who could exploit this? Not a random person living on the street. Only one who has knowledge, access, or intent, someone like Aryan Mehta. Let us discuss the law. Under the Section 66 of the IT Act, unauthorized access and reckless misuse of computational resources is prohibited. Section 420 of the IPC says that the cheating and dishonesty with the intent to cause any kind of loss is also prohibited. Section 120B of the IPC says that the criminal conspiracy to commit a crime is also punishable. Aryan Mehta's action meets every requirement of this section: skill, opportunity, recklessness, and chain of consequences. All firmly point to his direct involvement. Your Honor, the defense will argue there is no direct evidence, no video of Aryan hacking, no eyewitness. But I submit respectfully that direct proof is a luxury that a cybercrime rarely provides. Hackers don't leave their fingerprints at the crime scene. Instead, we must connect the logical dots: motive, technical ability, opportunity, conduct after receiving the leak, and absence of responsible action. And in case, every logical connection points only towards the Aryan Mehra. In conclusion, Your Honor, this court has before it's not just a set of disconnected facts, but a clear and strong chain of circumstantial evidence. A bright student misusing his skills, a weak portal left vulnerable, an exam system devastated, and a future of millions thrown into uncertainty. This is a betrayal of trust, not just against the institution, but also against an entire generation. Today, on behalf of prosecution, I urge this court to find Mr. Aryan Mehta guilty of all the charges that I mentioned and to send a strong message that the technical talent doesn't allow you to be lawless. Justice demands it, society expects it, and the law requires it. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, who is the next speaker?
Prosecution.
Yeah,
I'm the next speaker from prosecution.
great. So, by the way, Arthur, your speech did not match 5 minutes. Okay, so your
What?
time Your speech was barely 4 minutes 45 seconds. The minimum time for a speech is 5 minutes.
Sorry, was that done before the 5 minutes? Sorry,
Yeah.
sir.
Swara, your time starts now.
Your Honor, distinguished members of the jury, today the truth will speak for itself. We stand here on behalf of the state because Aryan Mehta deliberately violated the law and he must answer for his deceitful conduct. The voices of 1.2 million students demand your focus, your judgment, and your commitment to justice. On 13th March 2024, just one night before the highly anticipated Class 12 board exams for mathematics and economics, leaked question papers began circulating on WhatsApp and Telegram. Aryan Mehta was the first to do so through his self managed Telegram group, Exam Warriors. Despite claiming that he received the papers from an anonymous source and believed it was a prank, the evidence tells us a different story. We firmly believe that it was pure intent and recklessness that compelled Aryan to carry out such an act. The Central Board of Education, or the CBE, was forced to cancel and reschedule the exams, citing a major breach in exam security. Members of the jury, we are here to prove that Aryan had both the technical expertise to breach CBE's secure portals and the rebelliousness required to lead one of the biggest exam frauds of the year. Fir- Firstly, Aryan claimed that he received it after his evening lectures. However, the photo evidences show that he received it at 1:46 in the afternoon and forwarded it to the group at 1:58 p.m. This shows pre-planned readiness. Aryan texted to prepare quickly. He made no mention that the question paper might be fake. This shows that he was extremely sure that the papers were real. Shanvi Padukone, investigator of the cybercrime branch, has evidence of chat records, IP addresses, codes, and scripts used from Aryan's device. The digital forensic investigation claims that they do not link to Aryan's laptop, which was founded by an intern technologist. Screenshots from Aryan's Telegram group show him forwarding the leaked papers. Additionally, an examstuff.zip drive containing sensitive exam data was discovered. However, the evidence was not linked to technology alone. Anonymous Discord server messages have heard few students from XYZ College saying that Aryan helped some private tutoring center in exchange of some money. This proves that Aryan must have committed this act for monetary purposes. Scripts linked him directly to unauthorized access, a clear violation of Section 66 of the IT Act, which punishes hacking and unauthorized access to a computer system. Furthermore, by forwarding the leaked papers, knowing that they were from an unknown source, Aryan committed an act of cheating under Section 420 of the IPC. As a tech student, he should be aware of such practices online, so it is suspicious that he chose to partake in them, even as a joke. One may argue that he was a misguided youth. However, his ignorance or recklessness does not erase responsibility. Aryan's own peer, Jay Sharma, will testify that he had previously joked about breaking the board's system. One can hardly argue that was a coincidence that Aryan was accused of doing the same thing. Justice should be dispensed as the consequences are too huge to ignore. The consequences come in the form of 1.2 million students, and hence it should be.
Thank you. You're also under time. Who is the next speaker?
I'm next, I guess.
Counselor, your time starts now.
Your Honor, I stand today for the defense of Aryan Mehta, a young man wrongfully accused, wrongfully targeted, and dangerously misunderstood. In the pursuit of justice, it is essential we do not become so desperate for answers that we lose sight of the truth itself. In our haste to find someone to blame, we risk sacrificing the very foundation of our legal system, the presumption of innocence. R.N. Mehta stands here not as a symbol of guilt, but as a victim of broken procedures, of unreliable witnesses, of evidence so flimsy it will not withstand the faintest gust of reason. Let's walk through it. We must address the prosecution's so-called eyewitnesses, witnesses whose credibility crumbles under the gentlest cross-examination. These are not clear, confident testimonies. They are contradictory, confused, contaminated with bias. The defense
Go
would
ahead.
like to the defense would like to call on Mr. Abhijit Singh, a respected maths teacher.
The bench summons Abhijit Singh. Calling once.
Yeah,
Calling twice.
I'm there.
Okay then. So you know the format. Statement first. Please give your statement.
I am
In this
Abhijit Singh, maths teacher in Delhi High School. I am a senior teacher there. In the CBSE Access portal, I had in that scenario because I have to upload the documents related to the students at that point there. In case of that, when I was checking the portal, I saw that various info has been seen about in and out of unregistered logins of locations. So I contacted to the board for having filed a complaint in that scenario, but the tech wasn't able to do such actions in that point of time. But after that, when it got publicly to known to everyone in that scenario at that point, Arun Mehta was arrested as he was got to know that he was the first one to do it publicly, share within his friends. So that's all from my side about the statement here.
Defense. Please make your examination.
Mr. Singh, could you kindly confirm whether in your affidavit you stated multiple unauthorized logins attempt occurred into the CBA system even before the date of the alleged leak?
At that
Singh.
point, I have seen different locations and logins into that.
Thank you very much. Secondly, Mr. Singh, can you confirm that CBA online portal had significant and pre-existing vulnerabilities that could have been exploited by anyone, according to you, with nominal technological knowledge?
Yeah, it could be done.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Singh. No further questions.
Thank you. Does the prosecution wish to cross-examine? Prosecution. Does the prosecution wish to cross-examine? Can you hear me or not? Prosecution, can you hear me? Can anyone hear me?
We can hear you very clearly.
Then prosecution, do you wish to cross-examine? Say yes or no at least. Don't just stay there quiet.
No, we would not like. Just a minute.
Thank you. Mr. Abhijit Singh, you are dismissed.
Your Honor, the defense submits that the cracks in the prosecution's case are not merely visible, they are gaping. Today, is the timer on? Your Honor?
Now you can start.
Your Honor, the defense submits that the cracks in the prosecution's case are not merely visible, they are gaping. Today, we We heard direct confirmation that the CBA portal, the alleged victim of this so-called cybercrime, was so riddled with vulnerabilities that it practically had a signboard outside reading, "Hack me, I dare you." Aryan Mehta stands accused not because there's evidence of hacking, but because not because there's evidence of criminal intent, but because he forwarded a message. A forwarded message, my lords, is not a hack. It's not a conspiracy. It is not a crime in itself. The prosecution's narrative is built entirely on circumstantial bricks, and today the mortar between those bricks has crumbled. Their case rests on three flimsy pillars. Aryan forwarded the leaked papers. Aryan has computer skills. Aryan made jokes in the past. I submit that none of them, individually or collectively, meet the high threshold of proof beyond reasonable doubt demanded by our legal system. Ladies and gentlemen, being skilled is not a crime. If it were, where every engineer, coder, even the tech teachers of our schools would be on trial. Moreover, it's crucial to note that the seizure of Arya's devices was conducted without adherence to due procedure, no independent technical expert, no clean chain of custody. When the integrity of digital evidence is compromised, so too is the integrity of the case. As if that were not enough, now we have alarming revelations. Aryan Mehta was subjected to coercive tactics by the police to obtain a confession that he had forwarded the papers. It is a fundamental principle of justice that no confession extracted through force can be considered voluntary or admissible. In fact, I submit that confession must be discarded entirely, and the shadow it casts over this entire investigation must be taken into account. There is no also direct testimony from Mrs. Ria Gaur that Aryan's laptop was tampered with at a public library 2 days before the leak. A device left unattended, later found disturbed. Is it not possible parties planted it or accessed the files during that time? The possibility is life. The doubt is undeniable. In conclusion, Your Honors, this is not a case about hacking. It's a case about assumptions. It is a case about rushing to find a scapegoat. It is a case where we value the principles of fair trial and justice. There is only one possible verdict. Aryan Mehta must be acquitted of all major charges. Thank you, Your Lordships.
Can you see the timer, the stopwatch?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you see how much time you have spoken for?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you know what the minimum time is?
Yes, Your Honor. I was under the assumption that the witness time would be counted as well.
Witness time is not counted as per the speaking time.
Thank you, Your Honor, for clarifying that. I'm sorry.
I will let it go for now. So, prosecution, you have a choice to call upon a witness. If you do not, then we will continue with our speaking list.
We would not like to call upon a witness. You can continue with your speaking.
Okay. Who is the next speaker? Who is the next speaker?
Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm the next speaker from the defense side.
Okay.
So I may start.
Starts now.
Good morning, Your Honor, respected members of the court. Today, I rise not merely to defend a young man named Aryan Mehta, but to defend the very principle that lies at the head of our constitution, that even every person must be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Aryan Mehta, a 19-year-old college student with a gift for technology, stands accused of hacking conspiracy and cheating. But when we examine the facts calmly, carefully, and honestly, we will see that the case against Aryan is built not on facts, not on proofs, but on assumptions, fear, and procedural injustice. Let me begin with the foundation of criminal law. The burden of proof lies squarely on the prosecution under Section 101 of the Indian Evidence Act. It's not Aryan's duty to prove this innocence. It's the state's duty to prove guilt beyond reasonable doubt. Yet, from the very start, the prosecution's case has been riddled with doubt, speculation, and irregularity. First, let us address the most glaring violation of justice, the so called confession obtained from Aryan Mehta. The prosecution has leaned heavily on a written statement allegedly made by Aryan, accepting responsibility for forwarding the leaked papers. But the truth exposed by courageous media reporting is that this is so-called was not given voluntarily. A secret video surfaced revealing that Aryan was subjected to illegal corpus interrogation techniques. He was persuaded, intimidated, and forced to write statements against his will. Article 20, third, 20, subpart 3rd of the Indian Constitution of India enriches that right against self-incrimination. Section 24 of the Indian Evidence Act makes it clear that a confession obtained through inducement, threat, or coercion is inamendable. The confession the prosecution clinches is not evidence. It is evidence of police misconduct, not of Aryan's guilt. With the confession, the prosecution case collapsed at its very foundation. Second, we must turn to the question of who truly leaked the exam papers. Your Honor, we have before you us a crucial piece of evidence, an anonymous but clear confession from an individual identifying themselves as R, in their own words, are admitted to breaching the CVE portal, paying someone inside the printing office, and leaking the papers to the public. R made it abundantly clear nobody else knew of the plan, nobody else participated in the initial breach. Others, including Aryan, only forwarded what they received. How can Aryan be held responsible for a crime that another person has freely confessed to committing? The defense submits that the emergence of this confession alone raises overwhelming reasonable doubt to Aryan's guilt. Third, let us consider the vulnerability of the system itself. Senior teacher Abhijit Singh, a credible and experienced educator, testified that the CVE portal suffered from significant cybersecurity weaknesses, repeated unauthorized login attempts, and has been reported. Warnings had been issued to the authorities and ignored. The system was compromised long before the leak occurred. It did not require hacking brilliance to exploit such a broken system. Any modesty skilled individual or an insider with the board itself could have accessed sensitive information. Aryan's mere possession of computer skill does not equate to the criminal hacking. In the same way, Your Honor, that owning a knife does not make one a murderer. Technical ability is not criminal intent. Opportunity is not guilt. Fourth, let us address Aryan's action after receiving the papers. The prosecution argues that Aryan showed conduct because he did not immediately report the leak papers to the authorities. But let us view this from Aryan's perspective. When Aryan received the papers, he genuinely believed they were fake. Another prank like so many that have circulated among students before exam in the past. He forwarded the papers to a small group of friends thinking it was harmless. He did not broadcast it widely. He did not post it publicly. He did not seek profit or fame. Was it foolish? Yes. Was it criminal? Absolutely not. In law, under Section 420 of the IPC Act. Cheating requires dishonest intention at the time of the act. Aryan had no such dishonest intention. Moreover, intent matters. Intent separates a crime from a mistake. Aryan's conduct shows recklessness, not criminality. Fifth, the prosecution relies on circumstantial theories to plug the gap in the case. They invoke the so-called first handler theory, claiming that because Aryan was the first to forward the leaked paper, he must be linked to the original breach. But, Your Honor, forwarding a document, however careless, is not the same as stealing it. First, possession is not proof of authorization. They claim that jokes Aryan made about breaking the board system demonstrate criminal intent. But, Your Honor, jokes are not criminal confessions. Teenagers exaggerate, they boast, they joke. We do not put people in prison because of their casual banter. Psychological theories about jokes revealing hidden intentions have no place in a courtroom governed by the rule of law and evidence. Furthermore, the doctrine of constructive possession, cited by the prosecution, applies only when there is deliberate control and knowledge of criminal material. Here, there is no proof that Aryan ever possessed the leaked paper before receiving them from an unknown source. Circumstantial evidence under established legal principles must be so complete that it rules out every other hypothesis except guilt. Here, there are multiple alternative hypotheses that Aryan believed the papers were fake, that Aryan was tricked, that Aryan acted thoughtlessly but not criminally. Sixth, and finally, let me emphasize the overwhelming pressure of reasonable doubt. When we have a forced confession, a real hacking confession, an unsecured system, no direct digital trail linking Aryan to the breach, no monetary gain, no even malicious intent, then the only lawful, just, and honorable verdict is not guilty. Justice must not be sacrificed at the altar of public outrage. Justice must not be sent to satisfy the cries of punishment. Justice must be rooted in proof, and proof is absent here. Let me summarize. First, Aryan's confession was obtained by coercion and inadmissible. Second, the true leaker had confessed and accepted responsibility. Third, the CBE's portal's own negligence created the opportunity. Fourth, Aryan's actions show immaturity, not malice. Fifth, the prosecution's theories are stitched together from hearsay, speculation, and deprecation. And sixth, reasonable doubt clouds ever aspect of their case. When doubt exists, the law commands equitable. That is not just a principle of Indian law, it is a principle of basic human fairness. Your Honor, Aaron Mehta is not a hacker. Aaron Mehta is not a conspirator. Aaron Mehta is not a criminal. He is a young man who made a mistake, who forwarded a message he thought was harmless, who became entangled in a storm he did not create himself. And for that, the state seeks to brand him forever. I ask you, I urge you, do not let injustice masquerade as justice. Do not convict on fear. Convict only if guilt is proven beyond reasonable doubt. And here it has not been. Therefore, in the name of fairness, in the name of constitution, and in the name of rule of law, I respectfully submit, find Aryan Mehta not guilty. Thank you, my honor.
Thank you for your speech, Zayan. Yvonne? We'll note your speech as 10 minutes and 45 seconds. I think Ivan is unavailable. Yeah, he is. So the speech was 10 minutes, 45 seconds.
Yeah. So I have sent new evidence on the I have sent new evidence on the channels and in the individual groups. I have also sent witnesses you can call on in the individual group. Since Daksh has lots of network issues, all witnesses will be taken by Gitika. Do you understand that?
Could you repeat, Ivan, what you just said, your chart?
As we say, Daksh Singhal is not available, so Gitika will take his place as a witness. Thank you.
And what is the name of witness that Gitika is playing?
You have to first train her. I have
Yeah.
sent the witnesses on the group.
Okay.
So you have to train her using what I have sent. Do you wish to call on any witnesses, prosecution, or uh, defense?
The defense would like to call upon Inspector Karthik Ranjan. Your Honor,
That that is an order. The bench summons Inspector Karthik Ranjani, was it you said?
yes, Your Honor, may I summon two witnesses back to back?
No, there has to be something in between.
Okay, thank you very much.
Ivan, excuse me, I have to leave now.
Yeah, so thank you, Nasser.
Thank you and good luck, guys.
Witness, calling once, calling twice,
I
calling
need some time.
thrice.
I didn't knew that I have to take for everyone. So I have prepared only for the
Sorry,
two as
Daksh
two.
just backed out now.
Yeah, so I didn't knew about that thing.
So we will go on with speeches until while you train Gitka. Who's next?
I'm next, I think.
Okay, so your time.
Yeah, I just wanted to confirm we can call witnesses in the middle of our speeches, right?
Yes,
Well, so I'll start in
time
3,
starts
2,
now.
and 1. Your Honor, I appear before you not only as the defense's advocate, but as the advocate of reason, justice, and fairness. I stand here to plead on behalf of Aryan Mehta, a 19-year-old student who, under a series of unfortunate events, now stands accused as one of the most historic violations in the history of India's educational system. But I'm here to give you an alternative story, where Aryan is not the hacker, not the criminal mastermind, and definitely not the architect of the Central Board of Educational breach. The circumstantial evidence put forward by the prosecution against him does not establish his guilt beyond any reasonable doubt, and it is my responsibility to demonstrate to you that the said evidence does not. Let us go back to the facts. Yes, CBE exam papers were leaked. Yes, it disrupted the life of 1.2 million students. And yes, that is a serious violation. But I request you, Your Honor, not to make hasty assumptions about Aryan's complicity. Being close to an act or having access to a document does not make a person a criminal. Aryan did not uh, mastermind the violation. He did not hack into the CBE's network. What he did was send a message, a document that had been sent to him by an unknown number. He thought it might be a prank or a joke, as most young people would do when they receive a piece of unwanted information online. It was an innocent but careless act with no ill will. He did not want personal gain, nor did he want to hurt anyone. The prosecution case relies on the contention that the contention that Aryan shared the leaked material initially in a Telegram group called Exam Warriors. But let us be clear, being first in sharing something does not make you a criminal. Throughout India, students often share notes, study guides, and regrettably sometimes leaks. This is not a strange practice. It is a common thing among students. Aryan did nothing different than what millions do daily in study groups. He sent what he believed was an innocent joke. He does not deserve punishment for being the initial person to send something within a group. Second, we approach the question of digital forensics. And before I start moving on with my point, I would like to call upon the witness, which is the telecom company data analyst.
Have you trained Gitika first to act as the analyst?
My teammate said that he'd do it while I prepared my speech. If she's not done, I can just speak my point, which is about this, and then I can call her. Does that work?
Yes, but from now on, there should be better communication between you and your teammates. Go on.
All right. Second, we approach the question of digital forensic proof. The prosecution implies that Orin's laptop and IP address resulted in the breach. But there is no definitive proof that Orin's device was used in the hacking. IP addresses and code remnants are not definitive evidence that an individual has invaded a system. The fact that these items were found on Orin's computer does not prove that he entered the CV's portal. Prosecution has failed to prove that Orin logged into the CVE system. There is a tremendous difference between having the capability to hack and actually doing it. Being technologically proficient is not an offense, it is a sign of the times. Aaron could have known how to apply some software, but no concrete evidence exists to prove that he applied it to breach the CVE system. I would now like to call upon the witness if they're ready.
Are you ready, Gitika? Calling once. Are you ready, Gitika?
No, I have a query here that I'm not able to match for all the witnesses at the same go, and that too in just 1 and 2 minutes to be prepared. How is it possible in that scenario?
I know. I'm sorry, but Daksh has pulled out last minute. So I have been telling everyone take time to train. But they've been calling you on. Okay, so to prevent that, you have to give her 10 minutes after I send the witness reports and then call on her.
So, will I be doing my speech again?
No.
Because the timer has been running since you've been addressing her.
Oh, yeah. Are you done with your speech or would you
No, I
like?
have a few points left, and that's the issue.
Yeah, go on.
All right, let us look at the digital forensic analysis. Prosecutors allege that Aaron's computer had scripts which could be used to access the CBE system, but a lack of evidence of use of these scripts is a key argument. Just because some tools were present on his computer does not necessarily mean that they were used to commit crimes. The absence of logins to restricted websites, server access, or malicious behavior on his machine should cast grave suspicions over the prosecution's version. Third, Your Honor, I would like to draw attention to the seriously disturbing matter of Aaron's confession. There is a video which has emerged through media where there is an undercover interrogation where Aaron is being forced to sign a confession. The video is evident in showing that Aaron is being bullied and forced into confessing to something that he never committed. Such a confession was then presented before the court as evidence against him for the prosecution. Yet, this confession is forced and thus cannot be considered as valid in terms of law. Confessions attained through forcing someone are a breach of fundamental human rights and can never be regarded as credible evidence. The fact that this forced confession is illegal brings up a grave suspicion about the integrity of the entire investigation. Fourth, prosecution has tried to characterize Aryan as a co-conspirator, but where is his intent to do harm or cause destruction? Aryan did not distribute the leaked papers with any criminal intent. There is no financial motive, no attempt at tampering with the results, and no intent to do harm. He just passed on what he perceived was a joke or material to prepare. According to Section 420 of the Indian Penal Code (IPC), cheating involves willful fraud or gain. Where is such intent evident in this situation? The answer is nowhere. The conspiracy charged under Section 120B of the IPC also does not stand up because conspiracy necessitates more than a single act. It demands planning and action in concert with others. Aryan did not conspire. The Exam Warriors, the Telegram group, was nothing more than a student discussion group, not an organized crime group. Posting in that group, even if it was leaked material, does not constitute a criminal conspiracy. Lastly, let us discuss the institutional failure that permitted this breach to occur in the first place. The system of CBE was not as secure as it ought to have been. There were vulnerabilities in the system that permitted unauthorized access. Even an insider has gone on record stating that the portal was not properly protected. Knowing these vulnerabilities, the CBE did nothing to protect its system. It is much simpler for the CBE to put the blame on a student like Aryan than to take credit for the failure of their own mechanisms. The institution should not fault a person who had no direct involvement with the actual hacking. Finally, Your Honor, Aryan Mehta is not guilty of hacking, cheating, and conspiracy. He might have been wrong, but it was a careless and heedless wrong, not an evil one. Aryan acted in good faith. He did not gain from the leak. He merely sent something that he thought was a joke or could help his peers prepare for the upcoming examination. He did not realize the entire chaos it would cause. The proof against him is circumstantial, and the forced confession should not be considered because it was forced. Convicting Aryan will give the wrong signal that teenagers with technical skills must be feared, not guided. Aryan is in need of counseling, not punishment. He deserves compassion, not to be condemned. I urge the court to return a verdict of not guilty. Thank you.
In consideration of the defense's argument, the bench would drop charges of Section 120B of IPC, in common terms, criminal conspiracy. Is the witness trained, or shall we go on with our speeches?
Yes, Your Honor, the witness is trained.
Then please call upon.
I would like to call upon the witness Karthik Ranjan, the head of the cybercrime cell who has investigated Mr. Aryan Mehta's case.
The bench summons Mr. Karthik Ranjan to testify before the court.
In that scenario,
Please
as the
wait. Please swear the affirmation. Can you see it on the screen?
no witness shall be examined until he has been
The
duly
one in the
sworn.
quotes, the one in the quotes. You can either choose to do swear in the name of God or solemnly affirm.
I do swear in the name of the God that the evidence which I shall give before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
The bench accepts the oath. You may start your statement.
I would like to ask Mr. Ranjan, when you first identified Aryan Mehta as a
You
suspect,
forget the format, counselor. First, the witness gives his or her statement. Then then you can ask.
I'm
Please
so
make
sorry,
your
Your Honor.
statement.
I, the inspector of the cybercrime, hereby solemnly affirm about it as a serving officer at the cybercrime in the scenario of the leakage of the information of the paper I have been assigned for that scenario. With that, and digital forensic investigation was done too in that thing. Investigation on multiple devices was done, including of the defendants too. We have got about the chat records, IP address, code, script, and the link has been for about the RN's laptop, and this information has been given by an intern technologist of our branch. So, by seeing it all, it seems that the defendant has the skills and the knowledge to breach the portal.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Mr. Ranjan, for your time. When you first identified Aryan Mehta as a suspect, what specific forensic evidence linked him directly to the unauthorized access of the CBA portal?
The main evidences we would say that the IP addresses, the codes and scripts which we have got till yet, and that have been linked with Aaron's name.
Okay, thank you. Upon seizing Aryan's devices, did you recover any hacking tools, softwares, vulnerabilities, unauthorized scripts, or was it a completely clean standard device without any anomalies?
We have been known about the scripts and codes which are related in the leaking of the information of the papers.
Uh, Mr. Ranjan, I did not think you quite understood my question. I am saying that did you receive any hacking tools or software vulnerabilities or banned scripts on his device?
That precise that can't be seen.
Okay, thank you very much. Regarding the IP address that was traced, was safeguards in place to confirm whether this IP address could have been accessed by others besides Aryan Mehta?
The addresses were linked to the persons itself of their laptop, so we would have to be said that it was related to them.
Were these scripts run to figure out whether his IP address could have been spoofed or not?
Was done by the intern of our branch. Then after that, they
Okay,
have confirmed it.
it was done, right? Okay.
Okay, yeah.
What were there any attempts made to verify if this IP address has been compromised or used by multiple users?
On that part, it hasn't been rechecked, if I am too precise.
Okay. Well, okay, thank you very much. Was there an independent telecom specialist or any third-party digital forensic expert appointed during the investigation to validate the cyber evidence against Aryan Mehta?
Digital forensic investigation was done with this one, with hands-on.
I'm saying, were there any third-party or an independent telecom specialist apart from the cyber cell board appointed, which is usually done due to the proper procedure of the cybercrime cells, which they appoint independent telecom specialists to recheck the evidence found to
No.
prove. Okay, thank you very much. During the chain of custody of Aryan's devices from Caesar to forensic analysis, can you guarantee there was no breach, no unauthorized access, no possibility of digital contamination?
Yeah, that can be said.
You can
In
guarantee that,
safeguard.
right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all.
Does the prosecution wish to cross-examine? Prosecution,
No, we do not wish to proceed.
you have been just moving off every witness when there's cross-examination. I'll give you 2 minutes to prepare and give at least 5 questions to our witness. While you are preparing, I hope that you are aware of the new evidence that has come to light at 8:09 p.m. Are you aware of that?
Yes, we are.
Thank you. Defense? Defense, are you aware of the
Yes, we're aware.
evidence? Thank you. Have you finished preparing your cross-examination, prosecution?
Chair, I'm really sorry, but there is some problem. I think so. I was not able to hear anything when the witnesses were speaking.
Okay, so the whole thing was that the defense was trying to get the witness to admit that there was nothing, that there was no confirmation that Aryan's IP could have been hacked or copied or spoofed. Prosecution, prosecution,
Just a minute, just a minute.
prosecution, prosecution. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Then please start with your cross examination.
Do you have evidence of IP addresses, codes, and scripts used from Aryan's device?
Excuse me, witness.
IP address and code and script has been seen as a linkage to Aryan's laptop. So on that part, we can say that it is related to Aryan itself.
Was that your only question, prosecution?
Did you find
Thank you.
screenshots from Aryan's Telegram group showing
From what we have seen in the chat records, we are able to see that the defendant has the skills and thing to do that, to breach in the portal and everything.
those are our only questions? Thank you.
Thank you, prosecution. The witness is dismissed. Does the prosecution wish to call upon any witness? Does the prosecution wish to call
No,
upon any
would not
witness?
like to call it a witness.
You do not wish to call upon any witness, correct?
Yes, we do not.
Then thank you. We will move on with the speeches. Who is next?
I want to call upon a witness.
Defense can't call two back to back.
Okay.
Okay, then who is the next speaker? Who is the next speaker? Is everybody done? Has everybody spoken at least once?
From defense side, everybody has spoken once for their speeches, long speeches. I'm talking about, Your Honor.
The prosecution, have you spoken?
Yeah,
I think
everybody has
Because I don't think Sarah has spoken.
spoken, but she is not here, no? That's the reason.
yes.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry, sorry. I misconception. Sarah has spoken. Sorry.
Okay, so nobody here has not spoken, correct? Then take a 5 minutes break. Discuss your strategy and recharge. Two more minutes of break. Prosecution, I expect you to call two witnesses, at least, and have a cross examination for the defense's witnesses.
Can't hear you at all.
Could just Ivan, could you repeat once again your chair?
2 minutes for break. Prosecution should give two witnesses to me. I need them to call two witnesses, and they should have a cross examination for the defense's witnesses.
Our witness is not responding.
Gitika, are you here?
Yeah, I'm preparing on one character told to me by someone right now.
Okay. You think you can do it by 8:32?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so while that is happening, I will have the representatives of each side to give a speech on the new evidence. So, head counselor for the defense, who is that? Head counselor for defense and prosecution. Head counselor for defense.
On the cryptocurrency transaction of rupees 8,000.
Excuse me. Could you repeat that, please?
Could you repeat what you said?
I said we will be having the representatives of prosecution and defense to give a speech on a 2 minute speech on the um, new new evidence. Got it?
Yeah, we got.
Okay, so who is the representative of prosecution?
I'm the representative of prosecution.
Okay, then. Ra, you'll have 1 minute.
1 second, I would just clarify that the speech has to be on the cryptocurrency transaction of rupees 8,000, right?
Yes, it should be your response to that
Chair,
evidence.
sorry for
Yes.
the disruption. I just wanted to ask whether we can, in between ask some question from the witness as well and from the prosecution lawyer, consular as well.
I did not understand your question. Can you
Uh,
please reframe it?
okay, so my question is, can we, like the defense side ask from the prosecution side?
You mean you want to switch sides with prosecution
No, no,
and
no, 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 not like that. It's I want to ask some questions from prosecution side
so
after
you
they are
want
done
to
with the witness
do you want to ask questions as a prosecutor?
I think he means to
as
say
a
that he
defense.
wants to ask question to the prosecution.
Yes,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
yeah.
cross-examination.
Okay. So we can do that, right, Your Honor?
Yes, what do you think I've been screaming at the prosecution for so long to do? Swara,
Yes.
your time starts now.
So a transaction of rupees 8,000 was detected in the defendant Aryan digital wallet just 2 days before the leak occurred. This transaction, while seemingly small in value, could be the key to understanding the defendant's involvement in a crime that has impacted not just this institution but countless students. Cryptocurrency is often used because it offers anonymity, a feature that is exploited when one seeks to hide illicit transactions. The timing of this transaction is crucial, 2 days before the leak. What other reason could there be for such a transaction? This rupees 8,000 could very well be the payment for access to or distribution of the leaked paper. We cannot ignore the clear connection between this digital transaction and the timing of the leak. It's no coincidence that the funds appear just before the event. It suggests motive, means, and intent. So we urge you to take this evidence seriously.
Thank you. Representative of Defense is Krishanu, right?
Yeah.
Your time starts now.
I would like to ask the prosecution, like, what board papers that affect 1.2 million students are sold for just a mere payment of 8,000 rupees, and that too in cryptocurrency, which cannot be directly converted and is very highly monitored by the income tax department due to its highly anonymous transactions. What paper is sold for just a mere amount of 8,000 rupees? I do not understand, neither does the defense. If that paper was sold to the that paper was bought by the accused, it must be bought for a larger amount, and to merely say that amount was sent to the accused did not send it to another person or buy it. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. So, is the witness prepared? Okay, she's messaging me saying that neither of you are training them. Yes, Jayant.
I just want to add something from the defense side again. Could I, Your Honor?
No, 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 no. So, none of you have prepared your witness? Yes, Krishanu.
I have sent the questions as well, what is to be prepared by the witness, and I think she has confirmed that she is prepared.
She's
Your Honor.
just told me that
Your
neither of
Honor,
them.
I have also sent the names for which she would be preparing for my side.
Yes, but first you have to raise your hand or ask to be recognized. You can't just scream out willy-nilly like it's an unmoderated caucus.
Your Honor.
Kritika, yes, Krishanu.
So I would like to ask Your Honor, is the witness prepared or not? Because she has came out and said that she is prepared on these topics. I'm not quite sure. Thank you very much.
Kritika, are you prepared?
I would just mention straightly for which characters I am prepared. For the Abhijit Singh, the maths teacher, the Kavish Rana, the director of the CBSE, the cybercrime branch officer, and the currently one Jay Sharma. I was preparing for this one, and Swara had asked me for it, so I was preparing, but now she is not responding or what she wants, I don't know.
Yeah,
So
we
that's
want.
all currently.
Okay. So, are any of those your witnesses' defense?
I want to be
Representative, I asked
recognized.
a question. Yes, Jayant.
Okay, so I also sent those same names in the chat as well. So if
Yes, I can see.
she's ready for those people, should I start my speech then?
Would you like to call a witness from the list of names she has prepared for?
I would call three of them, one
Only
by one.
one. One.
Can't we call three?
You can't have three people in the stand at the same time. If this was a
Not
physical
at the
case,
same
then
time,
it,
not at the same time, Your Honor, at different times, one by one.
but not back to back.
Can
Okay.
different people call them like from the same team?
Defense can't call back to back. There has to be a gap, neither for prosecution, but they haven't called any witnesses.
Okay, so should I start, Your Honor?
Yes.
So, thanks, Your Honor. Moving forward, the prosecution has introduced additional points that must be examined. First, they cite a small cryptocurrency
Excuse me.
transaction,
Are you doing a speech or are you
a
calling a
speech
witness?
with the questions.
We're currently in witness stage. For 10
It's
minutes, we are
just a
calling
little
witness.
merely, it's merely 1 to 2 sentences that I have to speak before calling.
Call
Okay,
on
so
someone.
I would ask Your Honor to summon Mr. Kavish Rana, Director of Examination at CBE.
The bench proves that. The bench summons Mr. Kavish Rana of the CBE.
I, Kavish Rana, do swear in the name of the God, the evidence which I shall give before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
The bench the bench accepts the oath. Please make your statement.
Okay.
I, Kavish Rana, Director of the Examination of CBSE, during the examination of March 2024, due to the case of the paper mishappenings, the paper has been rescheduled for maths and economics ones, and CBE has filed the FIR. Around than 1.2 million students have faced the crisis cause of the mishappening. After the forensic cases and everything, Arun Mehta was publicly the first one to send the papers in the chat groups to their friends, and upgrade that digital security would be done from the site as it doesn't happen in the near future.
Okay. So my question to Mr. Kavish Rana is, Mr. Rana, can you confirm if 8,000 rupees is commonly used for transactions related to hacking activities?
I don't have any information in that regarding. Sorry for that. That how much amount is to be needed.
Okay. So my next question to you would be, is there any specific reason to believe this 8,000 rupees was tied to leak other than timing of the transaction, as money can flow for countless reasons like freelancing, tuitions, friendship, or and suspicion is not evidence.
Yeah, I would agree on that, as we can't find and know about the specific reason why the money has shown the ongoing and the which you are talking about. So on suspension, we can't just agree on that.
Okay. I would like to give the mic to Krishanu, our head.
Your
Okay.
Honor, if I believe you're trying to say something, you're muted.
You please continue. You cannot switch persons in the middle of the questioning. Only
Okay.
one person can question.
Okay. So, Your Honor, I would like to again question Mr. Kavish Rana with my third question. Is a broken, incomplete message without confirming what papers were sent, if any sufficient, is any sufficient to destroy a boy's future? In criminal law, doubt benefits the accused. Can we really convict when even the meaning of the message is uncertain?
It is not mentioned that it is uncertain. It is basically clearly seen that in the scenario who has initiated that Aryan Mehta was the first one. How can we say that it is an unseen message and not a complete one in it?
But Aryan Mehta himself got the papers from someone else. And now there are some new evidence, a new chat, deleted chats that were recovered. But we cannot say that those are really that deleted chat because chats can be proofed in today's world. Chat can be copied, chat can be made anything out of anything.
In that scenario, we can even say that the money is taken in the relation for the leaked papers.
Yeah, that was what I was arguing.
Yeah.
Thanks, Your Honor. My questioning stops
And
here.
please note in the future that a question shouldn't be answered with a question.
Okay.
Please refrain from doing that again. Okay, so prosecution, you may start a cross examination.
How can you be sure that rupees 8,000 is a one-time payment?
Uh, we can be sure 8,000 is a one-time payment because usually paper leaks are not paid in EMIs. Thank you so much.
Order in the
Paper
court.
leaks.
That question was to the witness. Please do not answer the witness's questions for her.
Your Honor, I do not believe that question was to the witness. I believe that question was directly to the defense counsel.
No,
But
the
this is
question,
cross examination, so you cannot ask the defense counsel during cross examination.
the question was to the witness.
Your Honor, I would like to be seen.
Later.
I just want to say that
Later.
she is not audible to me. So,
Later. Please, please talk louder, prosecutor.
Can you hear me?
Counselor. Answer yes or no. I don't see what's there to giggle about. Stop giggling. It's a yes or no question. Right way.
Can we just call upon our witness?
Approved.
We would like to call upon Jay Sharma. We have trained our witness.
Even the bench summoned Jay Sharma to the stand.
I, Jay Sharma, do swear in the name of God that the evidence which I shall give before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Thank you. Bench accepts the oath.
I, Judge Sharma, studying in the Delhi High School with the same as the classmate of Aryan, would start with my point that I have known him from the middle school as the schoolmates. Exceptional skills would be told about him that in computers and for the hacking abilities he was known for it. Helpful in studies he was, But in the midst of it, he had joked about once about breaking the boat, but I didn't took it that seriously, cause who would take that as a joke most of it. But in the exam warrior telegram group, Aryan was the one who sent that paper, and when I checked with the rescheduled paper once, I had seen that many of the questions were matching in it, but I don't have any idea about it and neither have any private discussion with Aryan about it.
Do you
Thank
think
you.
can we cross the line?
Counselor, you may start your examination.
Do you think that it was a coincidence that Aryan was accused of doing the same later?
I won't say that it would be a coincidence in a way, as he had the abilities to, and the question papers matched too, and he talked about it too. So many coincidences in one go.
You mentioned that Aryan was a brilliant technician and a computer prodigy. We want to ask you if you think he was capable of breaching the system.
Yeah, he had that computer knowledge and the technologies about all that, which we have known about it.
That's all we want to ask. Thank you.
Thank you. Defense, you may start your counter examination.
I would like to ask Mr. Jay Sharma, had Aryan joked about breaking the board more than once?
No,
Okay, thank you very much. According to you, he had brilliant technological skills, but what exactly do you define in the terms of brilliant? Do you define fixing a laptop which has a bad wallpaper as brilliant, or being able to execute use JavaScript with Linux coding? What do you define as brilliant here?
here I would define brilliant as doing the hackings.
Being the
Doing the
okay,
hacking work.
yeah. Okay, sure. Uh, did you actually ever see him hack a computer in real life?
As we have been in the same batch and everything, we can get to know about it, about our friends.
You quite do not understand my question. Have you in real life with your own very eyes seen him hacking in class or in outside school, or hacking anything, or accessing illegal batches scripts? Because on his phone and on his laptop and his tablet there is no illegal scripts found, and traces of illegal scripts cannot be erased very easily.
I haven't seen by my own eyes.
So all of this is a hunch. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The witness is dismissed. That is the last witness we'll have for today. Now we will have a toilet table of 30 seconds each.
Could you repeat what you said?
We will have our closing statements, a third table of 30 seconds each. Okay?
Okay.
So you cannot repeat any new information. It's just a summary of what you have done. Okay? So Jayant, your time starts now.
Wait, our team's leader should go first.
You're honorary leader for 30 seconds. Your time starts now.
Your honor, we
I
have
haven't.
Excuse me.
Your Honor, could you please clarify who is speaking?
Jayant, can you see the name on the screen?
Actually, we can't,
Your
Your
screen
Honor.
is frozen right now, Your Honor.
We can only see the oath that had to be taken by the witness.
I can see it here. Try now.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. We can see it.
The time starts now.
Members of the panel, today we heard that Aryan Mehta may have joked about hacking, but no one even Jay Sharma saw him actually hack anything. A joke, while maybe poorly timed, 8,000 rupees that deposited are actually poorly timed. No system breach, no harm done. Before we label something unfairly, let us remember assumptions are not proven. Aryan deserves to be judged on facts, not fears. Thank you.
Last statement.
Aryan deserves to be judged on facts, not fears. Thank you.
Prashanu, your time starts now.
Your Honor, we have heard a case built on assumptions, not evidence. An IP address alone cannot define guilt or innocence. Aryan Mehta's network was unsecured and an unauthorized third party could have exploited it without his knowledge. No hacking tools, no digital traces, and no solid evidence link Aryan to this breach. This case relies on shadows, not facts. We owe it to justice to look beyond the surface, to question the doubt and protect the innocent. I respectfully ask you, Your Honor, to acquit Aryan Mehta. Thank you.
Thank you, Counselor. Defense Counselor Niachi, your time starts now.
Your Honor, Aryan Mehta is not a hacker, not a conspirator, and certainly not a criminal mastermind. He's a 19-year-old student who forwarded a document he received without knowing its implications, a careless act, not a malicious one. There is no concrete evidence that he breached the CBE system, and the prosecution's case relies on circumstantial data and a forced confession. Intent, planning, and personal gain all are absent. Aryan deserves understanding, not punishment. I urge the court to find him not guilty. Thank you.
Thank you. Prosecution Counselor Swara, your time starts now.
Members of the jury, Aryan Mehta's actions were not the result of mere carelessness or a foolish joke. They were deliberate, reckless, and calculated. His involvement in one of the largest breaches of exam security this country has ever seen cannot be excused. He not only disrupted the futures of 1.2 million students, but also showed a flagrant disregard for the law and the principles of fairness. As we stand here today, the weight of justice calls for accountability. I urge you to deliver a verdict that ensures that truth prevails and that actions like Arden's do not go unpunished. Thank you.
Prosecution Counselor Athar, your time starts now.
The defense will say that he didn't mean to cause harm, but intent is proven by action, not by later regret. Your Honor, the Aaron was not innocent. He was responsible. Today, justice demands that we hold Aaron accountable, not just for forwarding a message, but for being very fast to set the fire. On behalf of the prosecution, I respectfully urge the court to find Mr. Aaron Mehta guilty on all the counts. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. The bench will deliberate upon the arguments and give a verdict by 9 o'clock.
Are we now allowed to talk informally?
Yes.
I would like to
Somebody
respectfully
kick
pay
me.
my respects to the prosecution to be able to even fight out a case with such, you know, able speakers on the defense team.
Okay. As this is out of the record, I would like to summon Gitika for playing the role of Jay Sharma.
No.
No more. Please, Jayan, stop. I'm done. I'm so done. No more.
That's enough. That's enough. You have summoned too many
Exactly.
witnesses.
Stop.
Who's
Jayesh,
going to win? Who's going to win? The defense side or the
no,
prosecution
the
side?
Jay Sharma argument, you could have called a different witness, and like if there were
Yeah,
two witnesses acting out, the case would have gone very differently, and
Enough.
it
Enough
would
of it.
be
I'm
very
done.
dis.
You can't change anything anymore. Stop. My brain is hurting.
Agreed.
My brain
Mine too.
hurts.
and and to my surprise, we are not allowed to call our own mates, our own team
Yeah,
members to
yeah.
the stage to
Actually,
ask
no, no,
some
no.
question from those
No,
people
no.
who are.
Actually,
That would have been
if there's a defense counsel in real life, you can make a like you can. It's not allowed technically, but if the judge is like nice and all that, he can be like, yeah, just go ahead. Like
It
we can
means
give a
I have
joint
only
statement.
met nice judges in my lifetime. Okay, that's great.
If I say anything else about the judge, I'm probably gonna get like a debarred from this entire meeting. So yes,
Yeah,
no
so you better
comments.
keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, I too agree that we are gonna get demerit points even in this un, you know,
Informal
unwanted,
conversation.
yeah, informal conversation. We are gonna
Yeah,
get
yeah.
demerit points on this.
We're probably gonna get debarred from all team debater.
Cheers, guys.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers for you all. It's not visible in this,
Okay, yeah. This is visible. Okay, is this
This is
visible?
visible. This is visible. No, this isn't. Yeah,
This is
my
visible now. Cheers.
cheers.
I think
And his
The bench has made a decision. For the charge of Section 66 of the IT Act, hacking and unauthorized access to a computer system, the bench finds the defendant not guilty. On the charge of Section 420 of the IPC, the bench finds the defendant not guilty. On the charge of Section 120B of the IPC, the criminal conspiracy, the bench finds the defendant not guilty. On the charge of Section 409 of the IPC, criminal breach of trust, the bench finds the defendant not guilty. Congratulations, defense.
thanks,
You've
Your
won.
Honor. You finally got towards the Constitution of India.
Your Honor,
Thanks.
you were a great judge. Honestly, I have met
Prosecution,
worse
you did
people.
well.
I have
Thank
met
you
worse
for
people.
participating.
Are we gonna get some awards or those things
Yes,
that
it will be released by next week.
okay? It would be sent by to us by mail or by WhatsApp.
Both.
Okay. And what are the awards or certificate named as we defense lawyers are the winners? Sorry, defense consigliaries are the winners of this today's
I'm not
judgment.
at liberty to say.
Yeah.
So, defense, you did very well. You made good arguments, even with having half of your members drop out in the middle of the competition. Prosecution, you also did very well, but you could have been more active within the trial. You could have asked actual counter arguments. You could have called more members during the early stages of the trial. But thank you very much for participating. There will be more such competitions in the future. Do join, follow the Teen Debate on Instagram, join our Discord and WhatsApp groups, and be a Teen Debater. Thank you very much for joining. I'm ending
I
the.
want to ask Your Honor,
Yes.
the verdict possibilities. it is not an open-ended verdict possibilities. And I would like you to say that the Aryan Mehta is not found to be guilty due to not lack of conclusive evidence, but due to given very huge dishonest evidences.
Defense lawyer, I think you should just keep quiet, because you can't literally, just say to a judge, give this verdict, not that verdict.
I agree with him.
Yeah, please give quiet right now.
I, Evan Xavier, the bench, officially end this competition.
Thank you.
Thank